Good morning. I want to talk today about the difference between wants and needs. Um, let's talk about let's take it back a step. Let's talk about the simplicity of life. Life is so much simpler when you break it down to its bare basics, the foundation, and then build up from there. So let's talk about needs first. Needs are things that you absolutely need to stay alive, and I think many people forget this nowadays. They take too many material things and say that they need these, but things that you need to stay alive would be things such as food, water, fresh air, sleep, things that are often neglected by the things that we want. Going beyond that, that's the bare minimum to stay alive. You might not be a proper functioning human, but at least you'll be alive. Then there's things to be a proper functioning human, such as good communication for your mental sanity, and generating ideas. You need exercise to stay fit and healthy. Shelter, if you want to, you'll stay alive without shelter, it'll just be harder. So if you want to be easier, you need shelter to brave the elements and whatnot. Wants are everything else. If you live where we are, think about it this way. It would be so easy to pack up, scrap up some cash, buy a plane ticket, and move to the Philippines, we'll say, to live on the beach, eat the bare minimum, eat what they eat. It costs of living significantly cheaper there. You will probably have a very happy, stress-free life if you were to do that. But because we live where we live in America, this is the kind of stuff that's important. Having houses, having neighborhoods, things like that. When in Rome, do as the Romans. That's just the way this economy is, so play by the rules. So let's say we want a house. This is where we live, we want a house, okay? I don't need a house to stay alive. Again, I could be in Philippines right now, but I'm not. So I want a house to stay alive here, okay? With that, I need money to have this house. So I don't need money to stay alive, but I need money to live in this house. So I should have to want money to want this house. I need a job to have money. I don't need a job to stay alive, however, I do need a job to have money. So I should have to want this job to get the money that I want, to get the house that I want. I need to get to my job. To get to my job, I need transportation. I don't need transportation to stay alive. I could stay alive exactly where I am. I could walk anywhere I wanted, but to get to my job, it's a little bit farther. I need a car. So I need a car for my job, not to stay alive, so I should want a car. I want a car to get to the job that I want, to get the money that I want, to get the house that I want. I should want these things. And with wanting things, this is where it gets tricky. This is where people get confused and get unhappy. People often think their wants as needs, but wants also have repercussions and problems. That's a whole nother video for another time. But if you say you need a car to live, but then your car breaks down, you're not going to be a happy camper. But if you say, I want a car, I want to have my car, I really, really want my car, so if my car breaks down, I really, really want to fix it, whether I fix it myself or I get it fixed, I'm happy to fix it because I want this car. If I have a problem at work, I'm happy to have this job that I have. I'm grateful for it. Therefore, I'm happy to take on the problems that exist within my workplace. That's the basics between wants and needs. Just breaking it down to the bare minimum, understanding. And obviously, there's a whole... I could go on for hours on this, but that is the basics. There's not a lot of things that we need in life. And if you mistake needs and wants, you're going to be quite ungrateful, quite unhappy, quite unfulfilled. So keep that in mind, the difference between wants and needs.